Hey, hey, Facebook fam, happy Sunday. It's 8 o'clock Sunday night, so you know what time it is. It is once again time for your weekly dose of self-care nuggets. And I hope you bring some friends, so come on in, get comfortable. Go ahead and like and share this video. And don't forget to comment and let me know that you're watching. Excuse my wrinkles. Your girl was trying to cook some chicken on a stick and sprayed herself with no stick cooking spray. Yeah, I did real good. So I had to do a little emergency repairs on my shirt. It was cute, but oh well. Here we are. Anywho, announcement wise, this weekend I got back a few hours ago from Georgia and hanging out with all my beautiful bald baddies for the 9th annual beauty bazaar with Angie B and all of our beautiful alopecians. I'm super excited. I know we just finished, but I'm excited about next year because it's the 10th year and it's gonna be big. So go on and mark your calendars for the 3rd weekend in September so you can come hang out with us. We're gonna be in Jacksonville next year doing it big for the 10th anniversary. So I'm gonna post some pictures and share some videos with y'all. I just haven't had a chance to edit it and put it together because I came home and sat my behind down and was real still. What else announcement wise? This coming Sunday, I will be at the Out of the Darkness walk at the Port Orange City Center. I think the walk starts at 8. I'm not 100% sure on the time, but I know I've posted the info before. I'll update that. So if you're in the area and you want to come out, come see me. If you want to walk, you can do that. If you want to make a donation, you can do that too. I did start a team, and I left my goal at my donation amount. So if anybody wants to add to it, you can. Don't feel obligated. If you feel so led, or if it's on your heart to donate, or suicide prevention awareness is a cause that's dear to you. Again, if you feel led. Hey, Nikki, missed you today. Other announcements. October is coming up and I'm headed to Baltimore at the end of the month. So if you want to go to Ignite, you can still register and sign up to go. I do have a discount code. If anybody wants to go, you can inbox me for that. It'll get you a percentage off of your registration. So I'm super excited about that. Looking forward to going. I've already met with the team of ladies that I'm going to be speaking with. We had our first meeting and it was great. Everybody is full of life and energy and personality and just amazing, beautiful ladies. So I'm super excited to do that. If you are not subscribed to my website, go ahead and do that because I'm going to have some big announcements coming for some things that are coming up in 2026. The info goes there first. They get all the details and the scoop before I bring it to y'all here. So if you want to know what's coming up with C. Jaquise Enterprises, where I'm going to be, what I'm doing, sign up so you can get all the info first and you get first dibs for tickets, for merch, for whatever I have going on over there. Also, I'm doing another mental health retreat in 2026. So if you missed the one this year, make sure you're there in 26 because it's going to be amazing. I'm excited about that, and I'm bringing some other great things, bringing along some friends, and taking this show on the road. So stay tuned. All right, that's all I can think of announcement wise right now. But yeah, that's it. I will have shirts on sale at the Suicide Walk. Shirts, books, date night cards, all that. Everything is in full stock. I have my prayer is my weapon and therapy is my strategy shirts. Those will be with me on Saturday. So if you want one of those and you're in the area, you can come see me at my table and grab one. or you can order that from my website too. And there's a couple other t-shirts on there if you a Christian t-shirt girly or guy. Yeah, so that's it announcement wise. If I miss something, I'll tell y'all later. So we got our prize drawing coming up at the end of this month. Next Sunday is our last Sunday of this month, and I forgot to see who our special guest is going to be. But the last Sunday of the month is dedicated to spiritual self-care. So next Sunday we'll have a special guest here sharing with us about spiritual self-care. So make sure you plan to come back and hang out for that. I'm super excited to see what they have to share and what they've been preparing for us. So anywho, tonight I want to talk to you guys about relationship self-care. And I know that's kind of a, self and relationship don't really go together, but relationships need care too. For most of you who know, and there may be some new folks here, hey, thanks for watching, thanks for coming, thanks for sharing. But I'm a therapist and I do individual and couples counseling. Hey, godmama. So a lot of times recurring things come up in couples counseling. One of the biggest things that I notice is people forget to date. They forget that they're a couple. They have kids, they have aging parents, they have all of these other things and circumstances going on, and they forget to date their partner. They forget to nurture that relationship and invest in it continuously. So then now the kids are grown and out of the house, and it's just a couple and they don't know how to communicate anymore. There's no connection anymore because they haven't nurtured that relationship. They haven't continued to date and get to know one another. They haven't poured anything in to keep the flames going. And that takes work. Yes, you may love your partner. You may be in love with them, but sometimes you need to throw a little lighter fluid on there to keep them flames going to get it sparked back up. Especially if you've been dedicating all of your time, energy, and effort to raising kids, to taking care of sick family members or aging parents or whatever, or working a lot, and you haven't been making time for date nights, for pillow talk, for connection, for non-sexual intimacy, even for sexual intimacy, for the married folks. And I know it's folks out there that ain't married that's being real intimate. But either way, you have to nurture those connections and that relationship, keeping the lines of communication open, talking, saying more than, hey, how was your day? Good. It was okay. Asking in-depth questions, really checking in with your partner, getting to know them continuously, because no matter how long you've been together, there's things that you may not know about them because they're not the same person they were when you met. They're not the same person they were 6 months ago. And neither are you, because life happens. Circumstances happen. Things happen to change your outlook, to change your priorities, to change your goals. Lots of things can happen. Life really be lifing. And sometimes it can completely knock the wind out of you. You can go through an illness, an accident, the loss of a child, a family member, so many things that affect that nuclear relationship with you and your partner. Sometimes illness comes and one partner becomes a caregiver. So now the roles have changed and the responsibility is different and all of these things have changed, and there's no space left for love and romance and conversation and connection. All of the focus is on this. You have to have balance and you have to have both. That's one reason why so many people cheat, because they're not getting what they need from their relationship. So they go looking for it somewhere else instead of saying, hey, honey, this and this is going on or not going on, or I miss this about our relationship, or we used to do this, or I wish we could do more of that. Instead of confronting those things and addressing it, they go look for it somewhere else because they think the grass is greener over there. Well, that's because somebody's watering it, or either it's astroturf and it really ain't grass at all. Come on. But that's a whole nother story. Water your own grass and it'll grow and it'll be lush and green and flourish. Fertilize it. Put some fertilizer on that thing. Pluck up the weeds. Do the maintenance. You have to invest in your relationship. Folks that have been married for a long, long time, and I know it's some of y'all watching, speak up. They can tell you that it ain't always tiptoeing through the tulips and butterflies and roses and all of that it takes work to maintain a relationship. It takes work to stay married, happily married. It takes work to have a healthy relationship. Sometimes you find out that you're a horrible communicator when you thought you were great. Sometimes you find out that you don't have boundaries and that you a habitual line stepper, or that your partner is a habitual line stepper. You know, it is a lot of things can happen in the midst, but you can't just be two ships passing in the house. We spend a lot of time together because you're under the same roof. No, there's a difference in quality time and really investing in one another and just being in the house together. Because you can be in the house with a stranger. What Tamia say, there's a stranger in my house. It took a while for me to figure out. Because sometimes you take that person for granted, or they take you for granted, and you stop getting to know one another. You stop dating, you stop flirting, you stop communicating. And now you're in the house with a stranger that you don't even know how to connect with. Because you've been focused on being a mom or a dad, or you've been focused on paying the bills and keeping a roof over the head, or taking care of this person and that person, or whatever, and have neglected one another. So, why do I say all this? Because, one, God loves marriage. Two, I love love. I love to see people in happy, healthy relationships. And a lot of times, they just need a little healing. They need a few stitches and some Band-Aids, to get back on track. And it's not usually when couples are in trouble, it's not things that can't be fixed. It's just the right things aren't in place for it to be fixed. The lines of communication have closed down or come to a halt completely. Nobody's making time to connect. Nobody's taking the time to really see their partner, and I don't mean look at, see, I mean in depth, see into their heart, their spirit, see the inner workings of the person that you're married to or sleeping next to, whatever your situation is. But when you see into that person, allow them to see into you. Intimacy is not just sex. It's deep, meaningful conversation. It's sharing thoughts and fears and goals and aspirations. It's sharing the silent struggles that you don't tell anybody about. It's sharing insecurities and working through them together. All of those things. And it takes all of those things to have a healthy relationship. And this is part of your social self-care, but also emotional and intellectual, because it touches all of those things. So if you are in a relationship, few things. One, make sure that you are communicating. If you're super busy, set aside time every day, every night, morning, whenever, to check in, to talk about how that person's day was, how your day was, and not just say, oh, it was good or it was okay. Really, what was challenging that day? What was something that frustrated you or made you sad or upset? What was a highlight of your day? What was the best part of your day? Whatever it is, make time to talk and connect. Two, keep studying your partner. Help them study you. And ladies, this one's for us. Remember that men don't express love the way we do. So really look long and hard before you say, oh, he don't love me, he's not doing this, he's not giving that. Because his expression of love may be very different than yours. His expression of love may be getting up and going to work every day, working extra hours so that you can have the quality of life that you want without complaining, without fussing, without whatever, and still showing up at home and helping with the kids and helping with the house and whatever. That may be his love language. But you're expecting flowers and cards and whatever. So know your partner, study them. Know how they express love and how they need love expressed back to them. Find out what their love language is. Find out what yours is, because it helps. If you're doing all that you can do or all that you know to do to show them love and they're not receiving it, it may be you're speaking the wrong language. Okay? Keep dating. And I don't mean just go to dinner. Yes, that's a date, but it gets old and boring and complacent. Spice it up. Do some fun things. Go horseback riding. Go to a game. Have a game night. Host an event for other couples. Have a cook-off. Have a cookie night where you bake together or cook together. You can do anything. The intention is to spend time together, to talk, to get to know each other deeper, to make memories together. Flip a coin at every intersection to decide left or right. Choose a number of times you're going to flip and let the place you land be your date. Get out of the house and do things. Go listen to some live music. Go to events in your city. Go for a walk in the park or the beach. Pack a picnic or whatever. Just get out and do things. Don't just sit in the house and watch football or soap operas or whatever you watch and then complain, oh, he don't want to do nothing. She don't want to go nowhere. Put in effort to show that person that you love them, that you appreciate them, even if you don't get a lot of time together. When I lived in Savannah, I dated a guy who worked doubles a lot. And sometimes he would call me at like 4 a.m. and say, hey, babe, I got to work a double today, but I really want to see you. Why don't you get dressed and come have breakfast with me before I go to work? What am I going to say? No? Absolutely, I'm going to get dressed and come have breakfast with you. I'm on my way. Because he's showing me that I'm a priority, that he wants to spend time with me, that it's important, even though he has a busy day. So yeah, I'm going to get up at 4 o'clock and get dressed and go have breakfast with that man. Hello? And some of us need to come down off of our pride when people are trying and give them credit for the effort that they're putting forth. It may not be what you expect or how you think it should look or whatever, but we also have to remember that a lot of our expectations and ideals regarding relationships come from fictional places, movies, books, TV, things that we've seen in entertainment. But when you look at real long-lasting relationships, grandparents, great-grandparents, aunts, uncles, whomever, it was bumps in the road. It was rocky sometimes. They might have fought and fell out. Listen, if you was in my family, it might have been some cutting or shooting at each other. But they was in that thing making it work. They was putting forth effort to stay together and work through things. They might have separated for a little while, but they came back together and worked that thing out. My great-grandmother was married to my great-grandfather until the day she died. All the elders in my family was married. Now, I done heard some stories, but that's for another day. But they stayed together. They worked through the tough times. They kept going at that thing and made it work. Cousin Biggie, how many years y'all been married? I know it's been a while. How many years you been married? Him and his beautiful wife. They've been in that thing for a while. So he could tell you some things about how to stay married, how to stay happily married. They got a beautiful family and marriage. But, it takes work. It takes effort. My current boyfriend, he works 19 years. Look at that. Beautiful. My current boyfriend works nights. And I work during the day. But we make it work. Sometimes we have work dates. I'll go see him at work. He'll come take his lunch break and we'll go get lunch and hang out and talk for a while. And then he go back to work. You make it work. Now, that ain't the only dates, but Sometimes that's what we got to do until we get a free weekend or whatever, so that we can see each other and spend time together. You do what works for you. And don't let other people make you feel bad for what works for you in your relationship, because everyone is different. Every single one is different. This is not 1952. You don't have to be like Donna Reed and Leave It to Beaver. What works for you and your partner works for you and your partner. As long as you are both comfortable with the arrangements and it's mutually beneficial and respectful and it works for your household, go forth. Don't let people tell you, oh no, it should be this way and that way. My brother and my sister-in-law have been married. I think they got married in, I want to say 99, either 99 or 2000. So they've been married about 24, 25 years, something like that. And he does most of the cooking. Oh my God, she don't cook? No, he loves to cook. That's his thing. He get in the kitchen and think he can sing, be in there sounding like all kind of farm animals and howling wolves and screeching, and cooks and loves it. And she handles other things. So what works for their household and their marriage works for them. Do what works for you. Don't look at outside sources and try to make it yours and make it fit you. Sit down, talk with your partner, and figure out what works for you and what works for your family and your household. Because it may be very non-traditional, but it works perfect for y'all. And that's okay. That's fine. Because it's your marriage. It's your relationship. Keep them outside voices quiet. Don't let a whole lot of people be doing this in your ear. Because they're not there. It's not theirs. Don't let them plant seeds of discord and doubt and sow malice in your relationship, in your marriage. Keep your parents out your business. Keep your family out your business. Unless somebody's hurting you or doing something to you, keep folks out your business. Okay? So, make time for connection. Make time to date, to continuously get to know one another. Pay attention to those little details. The little things matter. If you've ever seen that example of the jar of life, the big things go in first, the big rocks, and then the smaller and smaller and smaller until the whole jar is full. And it's those little things that hold the big things in place. Because once the gravel and the sand and all of that gets in the jar, the big things ain't moving. That's your foundation. But them little things is what holds them in place. Knowing their favorite things, knowing what makes them tick, knowing the little things that they don't think anybody pays attention to. The thing that brings them excitement and joy and turns them into a little kid. Know those things. Pay attention to those things. When you study your partner, you learn those things about them. And even in friendships, especially when it comes to like gift giving and things like that. Y'all know I love books. And some of the best gifts that I've gotten are books and book related. So knowing little things in relationships, whether it's your partner, your business partner, your friend, whomever, those little things matter. My friend Angela just threw a surprise birthday party for one of her friends and coworkers who had never had a birthday party before. And she came in and she had all the food and stuff laid out on the table. Everything was decorated pink. If you know Angeline, you know pink is not her thing. She's a Halloween spooky, black nails, dark colors, vampy kind of girl. And she and her husband decorated the whole house in pink everything. Balloons, plates, everything. Her husband was like, I'm gonna throw up. But but she took the time to pay attention to the small details for her friend and had all of her favorite snacks and drinks and things that she loved on this table and there for her party, even down to gifts. I didn't know the young lady before I went, and I said, hey, what does she like? What can I get her as a gift? And she gave me a list of things that she liked and specifics. And so I was able to get her a gift that she enjoyed And I left before she opened her gifts, but I got a text message from my friend's husband and he was like, she loved your gift. She about cried when she opened it. I was like, great, I'm glad. But it was because her friend knew the small details of the things that she loved and the things that mattered to her. So pay attention to those little things. They go a long way, especially if you're in trouble and you in the doghouse and you know your partner's favorite whatever, or the thing that really gets them. Get out of jail free card. It'll help you in your apology. But anywho, I hope you got something useful out of these nuggets tonight, because I love to see healthy relationships, healthy families, to see people thriving in their relationships. Listen, couples therapy is one of my favorite things. And I love it when a couple comes in and they having trouble and issues and whatever, and I give them the tools to get back on track, and they come back and like, honey, you don't know what you did for us and blah, blah, blah. And you did it. I had a lady one time who had been married for, I think she told me 34 years. And she said that she and her husband had not had any kind of intimacy, sexual or non-sexual, in probably the last 18. So I talked through some of these things with her about building connection and non-sexual intimacy and making time for date nights and all of those things. Because she said they had basically just gotten complacent. The kids were out of the house. It was just them. He worked in the yard and played golf all the time. And you know, she was just kind of there hoping he would notice her. I was like, honey, seduce your husband. I was like, put you on a cute outfit and go flirt with your man. Plan a date night and take him out. Get him out of the house. I said, I guarantee you he gonna perk up. He gonna notice you. I said, go back to when y'all first met and you was batting your eyelashes and winking at him, and send him a text, let him know you thinking about him during the day. Tell him how fine he is. Find a jar. Ask him to open it for you. Make him feel needed. Sometimes we forget to do those little things. We forget to give our partners affirmations, to let them know, hey, you're doing a great job. You're amazing. I don't know what I would do without you. Little things like that make a big difference. So, if you've been slacking, get on your job. Show your partner that you appreciate them, that you notice them, that you see them, and take the time to actually see them. Don't just pretend or make some stuff up, because they're going to see right through it. Be intentional about getting to know them, about studying them, and hopefully they'll do the same. Or they may have already done it and they're just waiting for you to take the initiative to show, you know, that you're still present, that you're interested, that they're not just a ship passing by in the night. All right, so y'all come back, hang out with me next Sunday for our spiritual self-care, and have an amazing and blessed week. Carve out some time for self-care, and if you haven't been connecting with your boo, go on and plan you a date. All right, I love y'all. Have a blessed week.